Okay guys, before we get started, I wanted to show you some of the bag creations that I have made with this machine, because this machine is not your ordinary sewing machine. You can do a lot with this machine. I just wanted to show you some of the things that you can do. So let's get started. I actually have a bag making class coming up in May, so check us out online if you're interested. Okay, so let's talk about the settings of the Kenmore 385 series sewing machine when you are starting to create bags or working with leather, faux leather or something like that, or heavier fabrics. One thing that's very important is your needle. You need to use either universal or ballpoint 16 size needles or leather size 18 needles to work with on this machine. As far as your foot, I usually stay with the zigzag foot. Zigzag foot, you can put a piece of tape and cut through the center of the tape. And you can do that, or you can use wax paper. Sometimes I use a business card, or you can use a Teflon foot, because the faux leather fabric will move on you and you don't want it to do that. Now, as far as your stitching, I usually do the straight stitch, and as far as my length, I always keep my length between like 3 and 3.5, and then my width is on 0. My tension usually is between 4 and 5, and as far as thread, for the last, I don't know, 15 years that I've been making bags, I've always used like a 100% polyester, or sometimes a polyester cotton. I've tried to use like more heavier threads, like upholstery thread or jean thread for the top stitching. I was actually speaking to someone recently about that, and they used the top stitching thread at the top and then the regular thread in the bobbin, because the bobbin cannot hold that that heavier thickness of thread. So you just have to kind of maneuver it. But you can stitch these type of materials. Let's talk about the fabric. So this is a lighter weight faux fabric, and this one I had absolutely no problem sewing this. This is actually the same fabric as this bag, so it was super easy to sew with this. This fabric is a bit thicker than this, so it's just a bit thicker, but I could still sew 4 layers of this together and not have a problem. Now, this is real leather, and this one is thicker than all of these. Like, this is the thinnest, that's the middle, and then this one is the thickest. I had a very hard time trying to do 4 pieces of real leather, this thickness of leather. I'm just going to sew through 4 of these in this tutorial so you can kind of see that it does work. So I stack my 4 pieces of faux, and it's kind of like sliding. So what I usually do, since I'm in mid-stitch, this is what I would usually do. I'll take a business card and I would put it right between the needle and the end of one foot, and I would just go for it to help finish it. But you can always use a Teflon foot, put the wax paper, or the put the tape on the bottom of the foot. So you see that, you know, the stitches are okay. Stitching is okay. I may have to do a little tension work or whatever. It went through it, and it's pretty strong. So, check it out. It went through. It's strong, and you can go through. You can sew so much. All right, ladies and gents. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Subscribe to our YouTube page as well as like our video. Follow us on social media, as well as give us video comments and ideas. And thanks for watching, and happy sewing.